abroad, but.
All right, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Welcome to the Historic Preservation Board meeting. This is a citizen board appointed by the town council to interpret and uphold the Historic Preservation Ordinance, which is Article 8 of the Abington zoning ordinance that protects the historic district of Abington, which has been designated the Old and Historic District. Our aim is on the board is to provide a positive bridge between the property owners of the district and the design review process. You are welcome to today's meeting. We appreciate your interest and encourage your participation. When it comes time for you to present your project, if you would come forward and give us your name and your address. But fair warning, when we get to each project, the staff will be giving an introductory report before we need you to come up, so that can be a little confusing. All right, roll call.
Mr. Owens. Mrs. Hartshorn.
Aye. Or here, sorry. Sorry.
Mrs. White.
I hear.
Mr. Giesler.
Here.
And Mr. Boyd.
Aye is here.
Here.
All right, we have approval of the April 6, 2022 regular meeting minutes. Does anyone have any comments or changes to those meeting minutes?
I do not.
If not, is there a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, roll call.
Mr. Owens. Mrs. Hartshorn.
Aye.
Mrs. White.
Aye.
Mr. Giesler.
Aye.
And Mr. Boyd.
Abstain. Wasn't here.
All right, the April 20, 2022 special called meeting minutes. Are there any changes or corrections? I did notice that, I think with regard to the chimney for Kenton Thompson, number 3, I think we required in addition, well, I don't think we necessarily said that the new chimney had to be 12 inches shorter. I think we said it had to be shorter so that it's not viewable, since it can't be seen from Valley Street. And we also indicated that it needs to have matching trim around the top of it to match the other
Okay.
chimney.
Right.
If I recall correctly.
That's right.
Okay.
Were there any other changes?
So you're just taking that off, the 12 inches?
Yeah, I just think, well, I think
Okay.
it just needs to be that we approve, that the chimney needs to be lower than the other chimney to the
Okay.
extent necessary that it's not visible from Valley Street.
Got it.
Okay.
And that it needs the matching trim at the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other changes or corrections? If not, is there a motion to approve those minutes as amended?
I'll make that motion.
All right, second.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Mr. Owens.
Aye.
Mrs. Hartshorn.
Aye.
Mrs. White.
Aye.
Mr. Giesler.
Aye.
And Mr. Boyd abstain.
Yet again.
Well, you're here now.
I am. Happy to be
Okay,
here.
we have a staff report with regard to the Certificate of Appropriateness, St. Thomas Episcopal Church.
Gabriel Christopher, Town Planner. So yes, St. Thomas Episcopal Church is the applicant, and Lisa R. Walden of Bristol Sign Company is the representative, and has requested approval of certificate of appropriateness for a sign. The property is located at 124 East Main Street. The proposed sign is more or less an in-kind replacement of the current sign found on the property's Main Street or north side. The property is located within the Old and Historic District, Sub-District 2, and is also within the entrance corridor. There's some background. The property is approximately 0.39 acres. There is currently a sign where the proposed sign is to be located. The parcel is located in both the Historic District and the entrance corridor, as I mentioned before. Access to the site will continue to be East Main Street or Troopers Alley. And the adjoining properties are OH on 3 sides, and then to the south is a B1 zone, which is limited business. So staff findings, the proposed sign will be double-sided, 1.5 inches thick, HDU carved, painted black, and painted gold leaf for the wording, and a border with a clear coated finish. The proposed sign will measure 43 inches tall and 30 inches wide, equaling 9 square feet, replacing the existing sign in the front yard. The new manufactured sign will be the exact same size as the existing sign and installed at the same location. The only change is that the original will be the thickness, and then the original sign is wood. This one will be HDU,
I'm
Other
not
than-
sure what HDU stands for.
high density urethane.
Thank you.
And that's it.
Okay. Welcome.
A little intimidated, I'm here by myself. I expected more people of you. I'm Lisa Walden from Bristol Sign Company, and the HDU, the high density urethane, is a waterproof material as well, so that'll keep it from deteriorating like the wood. So, I don't know what you want me to do.
Well, I think we've probably covered everything.
He
Just-
did a really good job, so.
Well, so does anyone have any questions?
or anything?
I do not.
All right, if not, is there a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right, roll call.
Mr. Owens?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartshorn?
Aye.
Mrs. White?
Aye.
Mr. Boyd?
Aye.
And Mr. Geisler?
Aye.
You were an easy one.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I thought, was this a little easy?
So-
And do we come back once we fill out the sign application too? Is there that second meeting, we come back to that as well? Or is this just?
You follow what you agreed to, you're good.
Okay, all right. Last time we didn't have a historical meeting. We had just a regular sign meeting. So I didn't know if we needed to do both. Okay, well, thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good day.
okay, next is a tax abatement for Travis and Ashley Dyson.
All right, Diana Rice. This is a request for a certificate of appropriateness for a tax abatement at 228 Valley Street Northwest. The applicants received their COA approval in September of 2021, and now they're asking for a tax abatement approval for section 66-71 of the Town of Abingdon, Virginia. If and upon the approval of the HPRB, this request then gets submitted to the town manager to actually allow for the tax abatement. So staff reviewed the request and their amount of $11,200, reviewing the analysis of the receipts, seems appropriate. So it is up to you to make the decision whether or not you wish to recommend approval.
All right. Any comments or questions?
So just to clarify, it's all in order for it to be approved. Well, I'd be happy to make that motion to approve their tax abatement.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, roll call.
Mr. Owens?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartshorn?
Aye.
Mrs. White?
Aye.
Mr. Boyd?
Aye.
And Mr. Geisler?
Aye. Okay, we've run out of public, so I'm sure we have no public comment.
We used to have a room.
I know, really. So I guess now we will reconvene, or I guess, for the Historic District Kickoff event discussion.
So, the room downstairs has actually become a little bit,
Under construction.
it's today, so, I figured if we wanna be more casual, I mean, this doesn't have to be on the record, so essentially, we can
Just stay right
take a
here.
break and stay right here.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a little hard to have a discussion on all of these things in sort of a public forum setting, so.
Yeah.
If we had public, they could
Oh, right.
participate, but
Okay.
if, basically, we can turn off the cameras if you would like to do that for us, CJ? Or, sorry.
Cut it back.
Oh, sorry.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so is there any further business? If not, is there a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, roll call.
Mr. Owens? Mrs. Hartshorn?
Aye.
Mrs. White?
Aye.